about the offensive line play through 2 games and how happy you are with it?
I feel like I'm playing really well. Doing really good in pass protection, moving a lot of people off the ball. And I feel like the offensive line play has been pretty good.
You had a couple penalties, the offensive line, in that first half. Why does that happen?
I don't really have a reason why it happens, just happens. I don't think I highly doubt it's a lack of focus because everybody's locked in. It could just happen. It is what it is.
What made Army's defensive front tough to play against?
They were a good defense. Up front, I wouldn't really say it was the most difficult thing to, difficult front to block. But they were good. I couldn't tell you one thing that made it difficult to block because we pretty much knew what we were doing the entire time. So they didn't do anything really crazy that made us, not know what to do.
Cesar, what do you like about blocking for Zach Charbonnet? He's been an interesting back.
Yeah, I love that kid, man. Since the day he came in here, he was all about his business. He didn't come in here, wanting to just. He was just a guy. You saw him. He'd come in and work extra in the summer. Him and Ben Mason literally used to work out every day when we didn't have workouts. Him and Ben Mason used to work out every day together. And I used to see that, the little stuff, and I always knew, once he got his shot, he'll be pretty good. And I love that kid. He's special.
Cesar, what was your guys' approach to the overtime period?
Win the game. That's really was just it. Knuck up and win the game. This is it right here.
And was there anything different about playing in the second overtime when you're on offense first and you don't necessarily know whether you have to get field goal, touchdown in order to win?
In overtime, it was basically like, hey, look, we just got to score. Every time we get out there, score a touchdown. Because, if we don't score here or we don't get any points on the board, that's it. Mm-hmm. So that's basically our mindset, just score as fast as you can.
Josh was here earlier and suggested that maybe you guys are pressing a little bit. Do you sense that at all?
Josh
Gattis, sorry.
Pressing?
Yeah, pressing, feeling the pressure of this and maybe not playing within yourselves.
Oh, that's what I mean. During overtime?
During the game.
During the game, yeah, there's still, I don't know if it's safe to call them, I wouldn't call them growing pains, but, it's just some things, he's got to, just some things, we understand the offense, we understand everything, just some, here and there you're going to run into some things that's like, you're going to run into mistakes every game. Every game's not going to be perfect. But, it's up to us to minimize every single one of those mistakes. And, it's great we have a bye week to focus on a lot of those things and to get extra focus on those.
So what are those kinks exactly that still need to be worked through?
You guys saw it. Just penalties, picking up blocks, holding on to the ball security, execution, it's a lot of different things like that. Every single one of those things we understand completely and we know how to execute every one of those things. That's what we practice every day. It's just, just taking it to the next level and focusing on it more.
You know the offense, but is it difficult when you haven't faced, you're in live action and you weren't before that? Is that what you're talking about, growing pains? Is it about getting into that mode?
I guess you could say that's why I didn't want to use growing pains. I wasn't sure if that was the right word. No, I don't think growing pains is the right term to use. It's just, I guess it's just adjusting a little bit, Like I said, we all understand the offense, we all understand everything, but it's just, once you get in the game, you gotta understand everything's fast paced and there's no redos, so it's just understanding that.
Cesar, what do you like about playing for Coach Gattis and how has he impacted you?
Since I was in high school, Coach Gattis was a great recruiter. This guy I had a good bond with. And, I mentioned this before, him coming here, I was really excited to have somebody like that, somebody that I knew I could get along with, somebody I knew I could bond with, calling the plays. And, he has a lot of, he has a great, really creative mind, like a mastermind. It's just amazing some things he does that you guys don't see, and it's great. So, you know, it was great having.
So
Coach
he was
Gattis.
your recruiter for Penn State?
Yeah, when he was at Penn State, yeah.
Okay.
Somebody else said you and Shea were the main ones talking in the second quarter, maybe when the offense was stressing a little bit. So what sort of tone did you take, and what was your message to the team in the game?
My thing was like, you know, like we can't lose. You know, like we can't lose this team, and we can't keep shooting ourselves in the foot. You know, that was my main message. You know, after we had a few false start penalties. You know, I had one. You know, balls on the ground a lot. You know, my message was, you know, take care of the football, and you know, you don't get too many chances with the football against this team. So, you know, we got to maximize every opportunity we have with it.
Not trying to call you out, but the false start on the center and tipping back like that's a little unorthodox. What happened on that?
The wind was blowing hard. I just lost my balance somehow. I don't know how it happened, but it just I don't know how it happened.
Some of the mistakes that have been brought up, like that penalty or any other penalties or just the fumbles, don't really seem inherent to the new offense. Is that a fair assessment, or does it have something to do with that?
Dude, can you reword that? Can you reword that for me?
Yeah, like some of those mistakes don't seem like they really have to do with learning a new offense. Like it's more just errors. Is that
Yeah,
the right way to
yeah.
frame it?
Yeah, that's why I said growing pains wasn't really the thing. Like with that's why I said we knew the offense. It's just really like, you know, I can't give you a real answer because I'd be lying to you. I don't know why, you know, the ball's on the ground. I don't know why we're jumping off sides. I don't know why, but I know it can be fixed, and that's one thing we're going to work on. So.
Is this a well-timed off week, off Saturday to kind of hit the reset button?
Yeah. I think this bye week was perfect. You know, for us to really focus on. You know, we got 2 good games in with new offense, and you know, this week we're able to focus on what we really need to. You know, our focus on what we got to fix in the offense. So, yeah, that was. This is a good time bye week.
What do people not understand about starting 2 new guys at both tackle spots?
I think they're playing really well. Both of them, Jalen and Ryan. I love both of them. I'm impressed with both of them. You know, they both play their hearts out every game. They go 100% every practice, and they work their tails off every day. So when people see 2 new tackles, out there, I wouldn't be nervous. I hope nobody else is nervous because they're playing some really good football. So with minimal mistakes out of both of them. So I got high praise for both of them. They're playing good.
Cesar, obviously you guys made an emphasis on running the ball in the second half. When you look back at that second half, were you guys close to breaking some bigger runs, and was there any common theme in terms of what needs to happen to be able to do that?
We were close to breaking a couple big runs. We did have a couple nice runs too. It's just, it just all comes down to, us executing the plays, how they're supposed to be executed. And it's just about it. The second half, you said we ran the ball a lot, right? Yeah, that was just, one thing Coach Gattis wanted to do. We go out there, we run the plays, and we try to execute them as best as we can.
Shea was really tough on himself after the first game with ball security. How would you describe his reaction against Army?
What you mean?
In response to some of the turnovers.
How did he respond to the turnovers in the Army game?
Yeah.
As everybody should. You should never let anything like that bother you. Because all that's going to do is take you out your game. Frustration. When you're frustrated and you're going against a team that you're not going to get that many opportunities with. A team that's not supposed to beat you. And when you're shooting yourselves in the foot constantly, you can't fold. You can't put the pressure on yourself. You just gotta keep playing football. You got to keep playing football as if you was winning, as if the game was tied, or as if you was losing by 20. You know, you got to keep playing football and execute the plays that's called. That's the only way you're going to win, because if you get nervous, I mean, come on, let's be real. What happens when you're nervous? Nothing good, right? So, I mean, always keep it cool. I always keep my cool. So,
How close or how far away do you feel like this offense is from being kind of where you guys want to be?
we're not. I mean, we're not where we want to be yet. I mean, we're never gonna be where we want to be. I mean, because every time we get to where we want to be, we're gonna be better. So, I think we're taking the steps in the right direction. And like I said, we gotta, just take this off week, and worry about some of the things we gotta, look back at this film and just focus on the things that we gotta fix. And every week when we're focused on getting better, that's it.
Zach seems sort of soft-spoken publicly, at least around media people. What's he like in the building?
Same way.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't. I told you he's a real. He just handles his business. Does what he has to do. Everybody loves him. Like I said, I love him, and he handles his business. Does what he has to do.
So he does not talk much.
He talks. He talks. He talks, but he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? He's not really that guy you're gonna come in and you're gonna hear Zach talking all the time. You're not gonna hear Zach's voice over everybody else's. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.